talk about the Funergy Festival, which is going on, and the Mount Washington Valley Green Team. Let's start off, though, and let's talk about what the Mount Washington Valley Green Team is all about.
Well, the Mount Washington Valley Green Team was formed about 7 years ago. It's a subcommittee of the Mount Washington Valley Preservation Association. So it's a nonprofit type arm of, and we have good access to the Chamber of Commerce. So there are a lot of people in business around here who are interested in doing sustainable practices. We, the Preservation Association and our subcommittee, are helpful with that. And so it's a great little organization, a bunch of volunteers, and we do things during the year. We have gardens that you can rent a plot, raised beds. We have about 35 raised beds around the valley. We've got the Funergy Festival, which is the big thing we do annually. We try to bring disparate groups together and say, hey, here's what's going on in the valley as far as sustainability goes. And that's really what we're about, is how can you behave sustainably. In fact, you can't even survive up here in the North Country if you waste things. So it's really a very logical thing to do. Over the years, we've gotten sponsors. The Green Team has gotten great sponsors. Cormac Construction Management has been with us from the beginning as a great sponsor. TD Bank has joined us this year, a very good sponsor. The Woodworks, local grocer for our kids recycling, HEB Engineers, and our friends at the Retired Educators Association has been a great help to us too. They like to support us. So that's what we're doing.
Well,
and we have
great.
The Funergy Festival.
The Funergy Festival, that's going on this morning, starting at 9 o'clock, actually, in just a couple minutes.
9 o'clock till 2, and we run the same time as the farmers market.
Perfect.
We're at the community center. We're off to the side there in front of the playground and the sidewalk. So we have a great big area there. We've got 22 stations that, and come on in, it's free. That's the thing that we wanted to provide. We've got a lot of members who have families, and they appreciate something to do that's free that they can bring the kids to. That's why you see the playground always active. But this is a lot of things to do with science, sustainability, and some information. It's a mix for everybody, so parents can benefit. What you get when you go there is there's a little brochure. It's a passport. You go in here, and there are signs around. There are little places where you can fill in a letter, and it has something at the end. But one of the things we've been doing this year with the support of our sponsors, Rob, is each school, we contacted the school, said if 20% of your kids show up at this thing, and we'll let you do the calculations, and we'll talk to you by this week. We'll write you a check for $100 to support your science programs that have to do with energy and environment and so on. If 10% show up, because 20%, who knows, big school might be tough. And we said, well, we really want to do this. It's not that we're trying to make a high threshold. So we said 10%, $50. And we'll rethink that, and we'll see if that's the best way. But our goal is to get things back to a broad base of kids who are learning about this stuff. So we have a lot of great fun activities for the kids.
Well, that's great.
Yeah. Well, I hope people come out, and we have East Side Bikes. There's a little bike station if you want to bring your bike and your helmet and get a safety check. That would be great. We've got a lot of energy-related things. Phrase Electric will be there for the adults. Tell them about solar installations. Solid waste advisory people are going to be there, so there's that. But there's an obstacle course, an energy obstacle course for kids to go through. Hula hoops made with recycled things. Giveaways, little toys and so on and clothing. You could get some inexpensive clothing there that's been that is on display and so on. Jewelry, pottery, music. There's green building activities, little blocks that kids can make.
So it sounds like a full festival there.
Well, it is. It's a good time. There's food by local grocer is going to have food for sale there, but of course the farmers market's there too. So we hope people will come over from both places. The valley seems to be quite full.
It's hopping this weekend. So, well, it's great because obviously, as you mentioned, up in this area, sustainability, is just so important. The recycling aspect, and it's amazing when you start recycling just a little bit, and how much. I mean, when I take my trash to the dump, it looks like I have a lot of trash, but at least half of it or more is recyclables.
Yeah.
And that's all stuff that's not going into the ground. And
right, and there's all kinds of different ways to do that kind of thing. If you compost, you can take, if you have the room to do it, and and the Carroll County Extension Service will give you all kinds of information on if you want to do any of these things, composting or your home garden and so on, and they have representatives here at our festival too.
Great.
But if you take compost, that takes 25% of your total waste weight out of the system. If you take paper and cardboard out, that takes another 30% roughly. If you take all the metals out, now pretty soon what do I have left? There's not that much to throw away.
Right.
And if it saves you one trip to the dump, that saves you some gas too. I mean, it might cost you a gallon of gas to get down there and back. So it's every little bit helps, and in the North Country, it's even more essential for everyone. So that's why we support the food folks here at the farmers market. They're all doing a great job growing stuff right here locally.
Absolutely. So it's running today over there at the North Conway Community Center from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Right.
So definitely want to check that out. And we have
I had a little poster.
Got the little poster. Yeah, we've been showing that on screen there, and we're going to give something away.
Right. We had the Woodworks on East Madison Road in Madison. They make a lot of things, but when they have some walnut, when they have walnut and other hardwoods, they'll mill them and make cutting boards out of them, and so they have this for our raffle today.
Very cool. So we're gonna give that away, and let's see. We got to come up with a good question, and I think we have one. I have one in my mind. And we've discussed it, so we've already given you the answer, which is what I like, and then you'll back up the answer. So you're going to give us a call 356-6619, and the answer is, how long has the Green Team been around? You mentioned at the very beginning how many years the Green Team has been right here helping out the Mount Washington Valley, and you can win this fabulous cutting board. That's a really nice thing. So people are putting on their thinking caps right now. 356-6619. Just waiting for the phone to ring.
Multiple choice.
Multiple. Well, let's see if anybody. Gotta.
Even my wife probably wasn't listening at the beginning.
That's right. And see, and they're not listening. So, oh, there we go. Let's see. Good morning, White Mountains Today.
Hey,
Do you know how many years the Green Team's been around?
I'm gonna guess 3 years.
No, more than 3 years. More than 3 years. Can't even give it to you for that one because it's definitely more than 3 years. It's not.
Well, that'll help the next call and narrow.
That's right. We're narrowing it down. We're gonna get it right down here. Good morning, White Mountains Today.
Yeah. Good morning. How about 10?
10 years? Nope, too much.
Okay.
So I think the next person is probably going to get it because we know that it's not 3 and we know it's not 10. So it's right there in the middle, actually. Good morning, White Mountains Today.
7 years.
7 years is absolutely correct. Who's on the phone?
This is Willie.
Hey, Willie, how are you today? Good. Well, we have this fabulous cutting board for you. Compliments of Woodworks and the Woodworks and the Mount Washington Valley Green Team. Where are you calling from this morning?
Old Conway.
All righty. Well, Willie, we'll talk to you in just a second. And so a great prize, nice cutting board there.
Well, thanks for all the callers.
Yeah,
That's nice.
for people who are obviously, paying attention. So, again, right over there at the North Conway Community Center next to Schouler Park, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.,
Right.
Same hours as the farmers market. And if people want to get more information about the Green Team, how do they find that out?
Well, they can go on the Facebook page, facebook.com/MWV Green Team, or they could go on the MWVgreenteam.org for the website. Facebook page, a little more dynamic and chatty, So.
Well, Ray, thanks so much for coming down today.
Well,
and we'll see you over there at the Funergy Festival. And we'll be back here in a minute on White Mountains Today.
Thank you.